A lot of time has passed since Stargate SG-1 ended its run in 2007. Like most fans, you're probably wondering what happened to the actors from the series since their days at Stargate Command. Here's what they're up to today. Few actors have the honor of playing the main role in one successful television show, let alone two, but Richard Dean Anderson is a member of this short list. Anderson played the beloved protagonist of the hit series MacGyver in the 80s and early 90s. In 1997, he returned to television as Colonel Jack O'Neill in Stargate SG-1. O'Neill is pulled out of early retirement when the Stargate device is activated and aliens come through attacking Air Force personnel. After a rescue mission, O'Neill becomes the commander of the military unit Stargate SG-1. The team explores new planets through the Stargates with the hopes of attaining new technologies and allies. They need to put together a team capable of defeating the powerful and sinister Goa'uld who intend to enslave humanity. O'Neill frequently cracks sarcastic jokes even in dire situations, often bringing an appreciated dose of humor to an otherwise serious character. Despite his comedic side, O'Neill takes his job very seriously, often risking his life to save his unit. He is also deeply haunted by the death of his young son, who accidentally shot himself with O'Neill's pistol. After 8 seasons, Anderson stepped down as the main character and took on a smaller role during the last 2 seasons as a guest star. After the conclusion of the Stargate SG-1 franchise, Anderson left the spotlight and only appeared in a handful of TV show episodes here and there. His last appearance coming in a 2013 episode of the sitcom Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. While Anderson has attended several conventions over the last few years, he largely remains quiet about his personal life and is essentially retired. Amanda Tapping played the intelligent and overall exceptional soldier Samantha Carter for all 10 seasons of Stargate SG-1, as well as the 2 following Stargate movies and the spin-off series Stargate Atlantis. Carter frequently struggles between choosing a military career and a more scientific route. She's often the brainiac that explains alien technology and phenomena to the audience, and she's usually at odds with Jack O'Neill, who wants things simplified. The show frequently teases a romance between O'Neill and Carter, but the two are never able to express their feelings due to military protocols.
Normally, neutrinos pass right through ordinary matter, no matter how dense. I mean, something like 500 million billion just passed through you.
No matter how dense.
Tapping continued acting as well as directing after her Stargate years, and her talents are evident both in front of and behind the camera. She starred in the sci-fi series Sanctuary as Dr. Helen Magnus and even directed quite a few episodes. Tapping played the recurring character Naomi in the CW's Supernatural. She's even directed several episodes of popular TV shows, including The Flash, Dark Matter, The 100, Travelers, and The Magicians. Tapping remains very active and has plans to continue directing, her most recent work serving as an executive producer and director for the supernatural TV show Motherland Fort Salem. Michael Shanks played the civilian archaeologist Daniel Jackson, who originally argued that the Egyptian pyramids were built by aliens. When the SG-1 team assembled, he joined, hoping to one day rescue his wife Sheree, who had been possessed by an alien parasite. While possessed, Sheree ruled with her husband Apophis as galactic dictators. Though Jackson doesn't have military training, he can still hold his own and often brings archaeological and cultural expertise to missions. It doesn't hurt that he knows over 30 languages. Jackson is the yin to O'Neill's yang. O'Neill is mission-minded and understands the importance of obtaining technology to defend the human race. Meanwhile, Jackson wants to befriend and understand all alien races, even if they don't have technology to offer. This sets up a lot of internal conflict on the team, though the two are always good friends at the end of the day. Shanks was in every season of Stargate SG-1, but only had a guest starring role in Season 6. He remained a very active actor after the Stargate franchise, starring in the medical drama Saving Hope, as well as appearing in several TV series such as 24, Eureka, and Burn Notice. More recently, Shanks joined the television series Altered Carbon as recurring character Horace Axley. Christopher Judge played the alien Teal'c, who was once the first prime for the evil Apophis. Teal'c defected and helped the main characters escape Apophis. He ended up swearing allegiance to Earth, joining SG-1 and trying to free his people, the Jaffa, from the clutches of their cruel masters, the Goa'uld. Teal'c is comically serious and often misunderstands human lingo.
Lucy, I'm home.
I am not Lucy.
I know that.
He's an incredible tactician, often outwitting enemies on the battlefield, and a very loyal friend. Unfortunately, his ethnic and cultural differences often create conflict with upper military personnel who question his loyalties. On top of it all, he often finds that these same military brass want to study him to learn more about aliens. Judge went on to have a successful career outside of Stargate, appearing in popular TV shows like NCIS Los Angeles and The Mentalist. Judge had a minor role in The Dark Knight Rises, and he was in the very campy movies Mega Shark vs. Mecha Shark and Sharknado 3: Oh Hell No. What you may not know, though, is Judge has a very impressive voice acting career, particularly in video games. Most notably, he played Kratos in the popular video game God of War. But you can also hear his distinct voice in games like StarCraft II: Legacy of the Void, World of Warcraft: Warlords of Draenor, and World of Warcraft: Battle for Azeroth. There was a large shift in Stargate SG-1 between seasons 8 and 9. Richard Dean Anderson took on a minor role, leaving a big hole in the team we came to know as SG-1. To fill that slot, sci-fi veteran Ben Browder stepped in as the new team's leader, Cameron Mitchell, for the last 2 seasons of the show. Browder had previously starred in Farscape. He commanded a presence similar to the one Anderson had on SG-1, both as a strong military leader and someone who could bring a laid-back atmosphere to the screen. Mitchell is less sarcastic than O'Neill and a little more optimistic and good-natured. Naturally, Mitchell's first challenge is smoothing things over with a disjointed SG-1 and getting along with all the other characters. Like so many other talented actors from the series, Browder went on to have a successful acting career, appearing in TV shows like Doctor Who, Arrow, Chuck, CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, and Criminal Minds. Browder also played the Sovereign Admiral in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and has done a little voice acting for video games, including Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's been some time since we've seen him in a leading role, but Browder remains active today. In its later seasons, Stargate SG-1 featured 2 actors from the sci-fi show Farscape. Ben Browder stepped into the male lead vacancy left by Richard Dean Anderson, and Claudia Black played Vala Mal Duran. Believe it or not, Duran was originally planned as a one-off character in Season 8 of SG-1. Duran returned in Seasons 9 and 10 as a main character, and even appeared in the 2 movies The Arc of Truth and Continuum. Playfully mischievous and infatuated with Daniel Jackson, Duran brought a dash of fun and moral ambiguity to the team. She joined Stargate Command in the fight against the Ori, who were the new villains in Season 9 and 10 after the Goa'uld are defeated. Since her Stargate days, Black has continued acting in television. She's taken on the recurring role of Dahlia in the fantasy drama The Originals, and a main role in the drama Containment as Sabine Lammers. Black has also done a lot of voice acting for video games and animated shows. You can hear her voice in Diablo 3, Mass Effect 2 and 3, Gears of War 3, Final Fantasy XIV, and the celebrated animated comedy Rick and Morty.
This will be the first instance of capital punishment in our society in 500 years due to our awesomeness, so we are forced to improvise.
She continues to act in television and do voice work. Recently, Black played a role in the sci-fi drama Roswell, New Mexico. Corin Nemec played a rather unique role as Jonas Quinn, an alien from Langara. Initially, Quinn was a minor character, but ended up becoming part of the main cast and a member of SG-1 in Season 6. Michael Shanks, the actor who played Daniel Jackson, left the show during Season 6 over creative differences, leaving a hole in the main cast. As much as SG-1 fans loved Jackson, Quinn helped fill the void. Nemec portrayed Quinn as a scientist who brought a quirky and fun spirit to the team. He was an immediate hit. Michael Shanks decided to return to SG-1 in the following Season 7, which made Jonas Quinn a minor character again. Corin Nemec continued acting after Stargate SG-1 and remains active today, with a filmography that includes guest roles on television shows like NCIS, Supernatural, and Ghost Whisperer. In 2013, Nemec suffered an injury on a boat while filming Poseidon Rex. His leg was shattered and required surgery, but afterward he healed and continued performing. In addition to acting, Nemec occasionally writes and directs TV shows and documentaries. Most recently, Nemec started touring the United States, filming a documentary called Love America Tour, which focuses on unifying themes among Americans. Tara Rothery played the beloved medical examiner Janet Fraser, who faced the unimaginable task of healing soldiers suffering from alien diseases and wounds inflicted by alien technology. Basically, it's a whole new frontier of medical science for humans, but she handled it with wisdom and optimism. Despite staying behind the front lines, Fraser occasionally saw some action. She went into the field a few times and also had to deal with foothold situations in Stargate Command. In Season 7, the character died in combat, although Rothery briefly returned to the series, playing a parallel version of her character in Season 9. In addition to acting in over 70 episodes of Stargate SG-1, Rothery acted in several well-known TV series, including Eureka, Supernatural, Caprica, and Arrow. While she typically appears in sci-fi and supernatural-themed TV shows, she's also taken a few roles in traditional dramas, particularly on the Hallmark Channel, including Cedar Cove. More recently, Rothery appeared in the sci-fi comedy show Upload and continues to play recurring roles on The Good Doctor and Virgin River. Tony Amendola played the memorable Master Braytak, the wise warrior who taught Teal'c everything he knows. Braytak is a retired military Jaffa on his planet, but continues to secretly train others because he plans to start a rebellion against the Goa'uld, who are the slave masters of the Jaffa. Braytek is a bit of a father figure to Teal'c and is an important connection between the Earthlings and Jaffa. While these two species are technically on the same side fighting the Goa'uld, they often have cultural differences. And there's also the awkward fact that they both killed each other many times, since the Jaffa are the soldiers for the Goa'uld. After Stargate SG-1 ended in 2007, Amendola continued landing various roles in television and also started voice acting in video games and animated series. He played a minor villain in the dark mystery show Dexter, starred in the sci-fi series Continuum, and had a recurring role on Once Upon a Time. Amendola also appeared in CSI New York, The Mentalist, and Numbers. In addition to a successful career on screen, Amendola also has an impressive voice acting career. You can hear his voice in video games like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Final Fantasy 15, Fallout 4, World of Warcraft Legion, and Call of Duty Black Ops 3. He continues to act, mostly in television or lending his voice to video games. Peter Williams joined the ensemble cast of Stargate SG-1 as the Apollyon Apophis, who would serve as the main antagonist for the first half of the show. Not only is Apophis a tyrant that enslaves and murders humans, but he has a unique connection with several of our beloved characters. Teal'c served under Apophis as his first prime before defecting to Earth, but naturally those days haunt Teal'c. It also doesn't help that Apophis exiled his wife and child and enslaved his people, the Jaffa. Apophis also took Daniel Jackson's wife Sheree as a host for his queen. When he needed a host for his son, Apophis kidnapped Skara, who was like a son to O'Neill. After playing the sinister Apophis, Williams continued acting, primarily in television, appearing in the early 2000s Twilight Zone revival and Fallen. Williams continues to act, mostly in television, and recently took on a role in the sci-fi series The Expanse. Don S. Davis played the altruistic General George Hammond. He's a loyal, no-soldier-left-behind leader and frequently goes to bat for SG-1, even when they break the rules. Despite his strong leadership, Hammond has a bit of a soft side. His two granddaughters are number one on his speed dial, above even the President of the United States. Unfortunately, Davis didn't live long after the end of Stargate SG-1, passing away in 2008 at the age of 65. At the end of the 7th season, Davis stepped down as a regular actor on the show for health reasons and only appeared as a guest from then on. Despite slowing his career down a bit, Davis continued booking small-screen roles like so many of his fellow cast members. He appeared in the pilot episode of Psych and the video game-turned-movie Far Cry. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.